know it's a cliche, but this is now a David versus Goliath battle. And let me tell you that I know for sure Goliath is at least 18 years of age. I had a premature ejaculation from the race earlier, but I have come once more to plunge into battle, to give my all as I've done man and boy all my life. They tried to cow me, but I turned the other cheek. And then the other one. 3 cheers for cliches, I say. We'd be lost without them. In fact, you could say we'd be up the creek. Here, here, and bottoms up. Yeah!
Hello there. My name is Sean Gallagher of Dragon's Den. You might know me from Dragon's Den. I worked with the youth in the 70s because I admire the youth. I worked with the farmers in the 80s because I admire farmers. I worked as an entrepreneur in the 90s because I admire money. I worked with Fianna Fáil in the 90s because let's start that one again. I'm also a big fan of cliches, though I'm trying to cut down and get that particular monkey off my back. I'm not a member of Fianna Fáil, I don't know Bertie, never met him, wouldn't even know him if I saw him in the street. Did I mention Dragon's Den at all? Oh, by the way, I'm 40% in the polls tonight, so big victory for Fianna Fáil there. As an independent woman, God is telling me there's been a very nasty campaign between the loopy gay professor, the Fianna Fáil businessman, the terrorist and the boring Fine Gaeler, the woman on more boards than I've had #1 hits or family rows, the Galway waffler and me. So next Thursday, look into your hearts. Do what God wants you to do and vote for Dana. And by the way, what I lack in experience, I make up for in cliches. Thanks be to God. If you want a cliche, I'm your only man. My whole life has been a cliche. My mother had 87 children in the Mitchell family. We had to sleep in one bedroom, taking turns to use the one bed we had. I used to get it for a night in August every March and so on. Christmas was a complete nightmare. Santa never came to our house because we couldn't afford the chimney. We used to get one present between us, and it's not easy to cut an orange into 87 pieces. And that's for Christmas dinner. All we got was one lick of a turkey feather each. But just on cliches, avoid them like the plague. Tá me ag fólam Gallagher. Look, people are still banging on about the real IRA. I've always wondered what the pretend IRA does. But what I know exactly what it does. It pretends it was never in the IRA. If you don't believe me, ask Jerry. That's what the P in the PIRA always stood for, not provisional. Pretend. Anyway, that's not what my campaign's all about. It's all about get the Brits out, lifting the yoke of imperialism, a socialist republic. Did I mention the Brits out at all? Come Thursday, I'll be president of down here on a working man's wage, probably living in a flat in the Coombe by the time I'm finished and banking my wages in the Northern Bank. That's unless I keep on using too many cliches. Even Jerry says I do, and I think he's hit the nail right on the head there. Situation.
Cliches have no place in my poetry. But if I'm elected president, I will issue an edict allowing every citizen in the state to grow cannabis in their own house. Of course, as you know, I used to feed ganja to the Connemara ponies until the Gardaí told me to get off my high horse. Actually, when the police raided my house this morning for growing my own weed, I said, thank heavens for that. I thought they were after my laptop. But don't forget my election slogan. Mixing cannabis with your cod liver oil is very bad for your joints. And I'm not afraid of cliches. I'm not frightened to put my head above the parapet, although I can't quite reach above this one. Where's that box they gave me for the Vincent Brown debate?
Yes. Okay, we're live. Yes. Yes, indeed. This is Charlie Bird, the cliche king of the airwaves, with my imaginary microphone, here to report on the cliche queen, Mary Davis. It's my understanding that she's been airbrushed completely from this election debate after being appointed to 403 state boards, 20 of Dennis O'Brien's company boards, because of her experience in the Social Olympics. Did we mention the Social Olympics? Wait, we've one late candidate entering the race here.
How are you doing? My name is Paul Galvin.